The month-long closure of the route from Stalybridge to Leeds allowed the TRU Alliance to complete a large amount of work. In part 1, I explained what has taken place between Huddersfield and Heaton Lodge. I would encourage you to watch that first if you haven't already. Such is the scale of the work, I had to split this update into 2 parts, as despite the core section only covering around 12 kilometres, a huge amount of work is taking place. Heading east from Heaton Lodge, work is continuing at Mirfield to remodel the station into a fully accessible 2-platform station. A new stepped access from Station Road has been built and the old access has been infilled. A new accessible overbridge is now in situ, which will cross the new up-down fast lines and connect to the car park on the southern side of the station. The remodelled platforms will be able to accommodate 6-car trains, while Platform 3 will close altogether in 2027. The removal of Platform 3 will make way for the new up-down fast lines. When I visited Mirfield, Platform 1 was closed to allow for the remodelling, with new track and a new platform to be installed during November. Over on Platform 2, a great deal of work was completed during the Easter blockade, during which time the platform was remodelled and lengthened. The upgrade of the station is progressing well, and the Alliance hopes to reopen Platform 1 and open the new lifts and footbridge on the 27th of December. Installation of the new fast lines between Mirfield and Ravensthorpe will be relatively straightforward, as much of the track bed still exists, and a third line is present and still in use. The section from Ravensthorpe to West Town, on the other hand, provides one of the biggest engineering challenges on the whole TRU project. It's difficult to picture what the area will look like once the work is complete, such is the scale of the upgrade. The existing station, which will close completely in December, will be rebuilt 200 metres to the west, with a new accessible station expected to open in 2028. During the closure, it's proposed that an hourly rail replacement bus service will operate between Dewsbury, Ravensthorpe and Mirfield, although it's important to say it's likely buses will stop on Huddersfield Road, which is a 500 metre walk from the station. The new 2-platform island station will be connected via a fully accessible overbridge over the new fast lines to a pickup area off Ravensthorpe Road. As is the case with the other intermediate stations, the new platform will be able to accommodate 6-car trains. I did wonder how the construction phase of the station would work, as the new grade separated or flying junction will be located pretty much where the existing station is currently situated. From the technical drawings, it appears as though the junction will be formed using a concrete box structure similar to that used for Bletchley flyover on the West Coast Main Line. This will take the up-down fast lines over the lines towards Wakefield. The tracks will then run in between the up-down slow lines until they merge together at West Town. A new bridge is currently under construction which will carry Calder Road over the railway. This will allow for the existing bridge to be demolished. The new bridge will provide clearance for the overhead line equipment and space for the new lines. The supporting structure for the bridge has been taking shape throughout most of this year, and now the deck is largely complete. Calder Road has now closed to allow for the completion of utility works and to realign the road over the new structure. The road will remain closed until summer 2026. Although there has been a great deal of focus on the grade separation of Thornhill Junction, another large and key structure is also under construction between Ravensthorpe and West Town. The new 400 metre long viaduct, which is currently referred to as Baker Viaduct, will cross the Calder and Hebble navigation and the River Calder. The viaduct will be supported on 18 columns, which will support a composite steel and concrete deck. The deck will be formed from pre-manufactured steel beams, which are currently in the process of being assembled and lifted into position. Once all of the beams have been lifted into position, a concrete deck will be formed on top. The viaduct section across the River Calder will be impressive, but will be a relatively straightforward bridge that will support 4 tracks. However, the section which crosses the Calder and Hebble navigation fans out to form 4 separate spans, one for the up-down fast lines, and a further 2 spans either side for the up and the down slow lines. If this viaduct were being constructed for HS2, I imagine it would be publicised a lot more, as it is a significant structure. But despite the fact that construction is now well underway, I imagine many people aren't aware of its existence. If I'm able to find out more information about the construction method, it may be worth me releasing a video just about this one structure. Construction of the new viaduct will mean the line will run on a new alignment to the south of the existing 2-track structure. The new alignment will then connect with the existing tracks close to Thornhill Road in West Town, approximately 800 metres west of Dewsbury railway station. I'm not certain what will happen to the existing bridge crossing the River Calder, but I can't see it being demolished as it is quite a striking structure. During my coverage of the TRU, there have been several comments made which have asked how useful the 4-track section will be, given the lines from West Town to Leeds and from Huddersfield to Stalybridge are largely 2-tracked. While I am of the opinion that a new route and tunnel should be constructed from Manchester to Marsden, the impact of the upgrade between Huddersfield and Dewsbury shouldn't be underestimated. Here you have 3 stations and 2 key junctions, which together act as a bottleneck which impacts east-west rail services. Added to the fact you have a mix of stopping, non-stopping and freight services, then an issue with just one of those junctions or a train can impact services right across Yorkshire, the northwest and northeast. Therefore, bypassing this key section with new fast lines will improve reliability of services from Liverpool in the west to Leeds and York and even further east. Just before I go, could I ask, if you've enjoyed this video or found it informative, that you please give it a like, as it helps my content to get noticed. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing.